Yo, what's up guys? Sean here, aka ImaFlyNmidget. Welcome to the top 10 best theme parks ever in Theme Park Tycoon 2. I can't believe this video is actually happening, dudes. I've been meaning to make this video for so dang long. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to make this video, and today I figured, you know what, Midget, let's sit down and actually try to rank the top 10 best theme parks of all time. Which, by the way, is incredibly hard to do and probably took me just a few hours of sorting, going back and forth of, I think this one's the best, no, this one's the best, no, this one's better. It was extremely hard to actually rank the list that I have today. And I should really call the video not necessarily the best theme parks of all time, because I haven't seen every single theme park in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but I have seen a lot. And not only have I seen a lot of parks, but I've seen a lot of really good parks. So, this is going to be kind of out of the list of all the parks I have previously seen. And guys, like I said, it is ridiculously hard to rank this list. I have seen so many good parks from all of you guys who've been watching and following my channel. And I wish I could add every single person's park into this video, but I'm narrowing it down to just 10. Which, by the way, speaking of that, I had to actually go look through all the parks I've actually shown off, and I realized I've uploaded 124 Theme Park Tycoon 2 videos, some of which are incredibly old, like the one we're on now. Back in 2016 is when I played my first ever Theme Park Tycoon 2 and made a video on it, and since then I've made so many videos showing off some amazing parks from all of you guys, like I've just said. So it was really hard narrowing down the list, and I do want to just say again, I want to reiterate it, guys, I don't want anyone to get butthurt that you didn't make this list. This list was incredibly hard to put together, so hopefully you guys won't hate me. And one other thing I want to note, dudes, is this video that I made 2 years ago, holy smokes, 2 years ago, on the top 5 best parks in Theme Park Tycoon 2 was a lot easier to make because I hadn't seen as many parks at the time. Now, fast forward 2 years, I've seen so many, so that's why this video is really cool and I'm really excited to make. Also, one other thing I want to mention is us as a hashtag midget army have absolutely dominated the Theme Park Tycoon 2 space on YouTube. We are literally the top creator right in front of my boy Cedar. But we have literally dominated this, and this is kind of what my channel became known for in addition to Lumber Tycoon 2. So I think if anyone were to make a top 10 video, I think it would be on this channel. So hopefully you guys agree with me, but I would really appreciate you letting me know what you think about this list in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The number 10 park starting us out on this list is the Cedar Point Park, guys. Absolutely insane. This was really hard to choose again, and also I want to mention every single one of these parks will actually be linked down below so you guys can check out the entire full tour I did on it. Today I'm literally just showing footage from the videos linked down below because it'd be really hard to get these creators to load these parks back up and for me to show them off again. Plus, I've already shown them off, so if you want to see the full walkthrough, you can check the links in the description. But this Cedar Point Park is absolutely freaking insane. You can see the massive roller coaster in the back that, oh, look at that shot, just absolutely unreal. This was something that kind of blew my mind as well because these paths right here were actually rounded. That was, I think, the first paths I think I ever saw in Theme Park Tycoon 2 that were rounded. And then after I saw this one, I saw a lot of other parks that did that. But that's kind of my main reasoning for this one reaching the number 10. Also because this ride is absolutely insane. And overall, the park is super clean. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, Midget, what are you doing or what are you using to judge this top 10 parks thing? Because there's so many different variables and it's all subjective about which one looks cool, which one doesn't look cool. So, I'm be honest with you guys, I'm basing it off of 3 main criteria. Number 1 is the theme. How unique is the park? How kind of new is it for everyone who's seeing it? I don't just want to see a park that's really well designed and really functional. I want to see something that's super unique that I haven't seen before and that's completely new to everyone's eyes. Number 2 is time. How much time was spent on that park? Because some parks look really cool, and they might have one cool feature about them, but if you can tell, there wasn't really a lot of time spent on it because a lot of the decoration and a lot of the aesthetics of it look kind of similar in other parts of the park, then I don't necessarily count that as cool because, again, time is very important. So if someone has spent a lot of time on it, you get bonus points. And then lastly, which a lot of people might disagree with me, but number 3 is actually how many views that video got when I did the full walkthrough of it. Not necessarily because it's a popularity contest, but because YouTube itself has an algorithm that pretty much promotes good stuff out to everyone else on YouTube. So if someone's watching one of these parks and they really like it and they watch all of it and YouTube goes, hey, this guy really liked this video, they're going to promote that out to other people who might like it. So views is actually pretty important to figure out how much people who've actually seen these parks previously, how much actually like it. So I did somewhat take into consideration how many views the park has gotten, but between those 3 criteria, that was kind of how I ranked everything. How unique was it? How much time was spent on it? And I guess how many views did the video get? Because that kind of shows how popular the topic or the park actually is. But anyway, number 10 does go to the Cedar Point Park. So GG to that one. Now moving on to number 9. Oh! Wait, wrong video. I meant to do this one. The number 9 park is the underwater Bikini Bottom Park in Theme Park Tycoon 2 that I did. A lot of people really like this one, and I will say up front, this one didn't have the most insane building techniques that I've ever seen or that anyone else has ever seen. But the fact that it was so dang unique and that so many people really liked it, that's why this made it into the number 9 spot. It just brought back a lot of really good memories about SpongeBob. It had all of the things of SpongeBob that was important into Theme Park Tycoon 2, which was wicked, wicked, wicked cool. Had the pineapple, had Squidward's place, had, Patrick's little rock, had the driving school. It had all the really good stuff about Theme Park or about SpongeBob in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So it was just really cool to see someone actually take a really great theme and bring it to life in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So that's why this one got number 9. Again, not the most insane building techniques, but it didn't really matter because it was super unique and it actually got a ton of views. A lot of people really like this, and I really like this park. So that's why it gets the number 9 spot. Moving on to numero 8. The numero 8 park is going to go to the Winter Wonderland. Look at this thing. Absolutely insane. Now, I wanted to actually rank this one a lot higher just because it had some of the most unique stuff in it, and it was really, really well done. That took a ton of time to actually build. As you can see, these kind of snow angels are ridiculously custom, look awesome. The lanterns, everything about this park is super, super, super cool. And I loved it, and I really wanted to rank it a lot higher on our list, but unfortunately, it really didn't get a ton of views, which is kind of a bummer. It's not really that big of a deal, which is why it still made my list, but it really didn't do that well at all, and actually, a different type of Christmas-themed, wintry-themed park did extremely well and had tons of views that a lot of you guys really liked, and that was one that was actually going to make this list, but I had to share some love to this park because it was absolutely insane. Obviously, lots of people really liked it. It got 154 likes in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And like I said, had some of the most unique building stuff in it. By the way, down here, you got to watch the full video, but down here underneath this path, it actually had a ride that was really cool, and the track was kind of hidden, kind of making it look like you were sliding on ice. And it was just, this park was really, really, really well done. It had to make the list hands down, even though it seemed like not a lot of people really liked it on YouTube. So you guys should definitely go watch this one, link down below. Again, it's one of my personal favorites of all time. I wish it was actually ranked higher, but it is what it is. It still made the list though, and making the list is pretty dang impressive considering how awesome all of these parks are that we're showing off today. So this is numero 8. Now we're going into the number 7 park. You guessed it, the number 7 park has to be the Titanic park. Super unique building idea. The Titanic looks absolutely amazing. This is a classic and an absolute staple just within the Roblox community. There's Titanic-based games in Roblox. For some reason, everyone just really loves the theme of Titanic. This had to make our list, and it's just really well done. I know there's multiple Titanic parks that are actually built in Theme Park Tycoon 2. This is just one of the ones that I showed off, and that actually a lot of people really liked it and got tons of views. If you want to see the full walkthrough of it, link down below. Again, this isn't something that has an incredible amount of detail or that maybe spent hours and hundreds of hours on. Definitely still a lot of time was put into this park, but it was a really good, solid park with an amazing theme that was done really well. And, you know, there was still some really good kind of unique stuff built within the actual ship of the Titanic. So, yeah, really great park. Had to make the list because, again, it's Titanic, it's Roblox. You already know that's our number 7 spot. Number 6, it's an oldie but a goodie. This also had to make the list. It's the FNAF Five Nights at Freddy Park. That was absolutely insane. This was one of the first actual big build type parks that I saw, and that absolutely blew my mind. The fact that you can build massive characters or structures or whatever in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And again, this is an oldie, man. This is an oldie, but this is super cool. It fits the box for all of them, okay? It fits the time box. It fits the super unique theme and style box. And again, it also fits the views. This one, a lot of people really liked. Absolutely insane, though. Just the scale of all of the characters within here and the scale of everything within this pizzeria was insane. Absolutely insane. And it was actually still a park, which is kind of bonus points just in terms of like a personal preference. Is like, look at those characters, so big, so awesome, so really cool. That kind of fits a personal checkbox for me. Is, are there actual guests within here? Because you can make a really cool build in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but if there's no customers, it's honestly just a build. It's not a park. So it's cool to actually see a park where customers are actually in it. And this pizzeria is insane and was such a good build. Yeah, such a good build. Made the list. Not quite in the top half of the list because, again, it is kind of older, a little bit dated, not super detailed, but really cool and just a phenomenal job well done. So this is our number 6 spot. Moving on to number 5. Now, this park is a little bit different, and I really wanted to have it make our top 10 list just because right there, as you can see in this video, it was at 234 likes when I actually showed it off. The video itself on my channel didn't get tons of views. Not sure if a lot of people just didn't like the style, but it's the Japanese theme park that was so well done. The detail was absolutely insane. The uniqueness was insane. I mean, if you can kind of see here, just a phenomenal job done. You could tell there was so much time. All the buildings had the same overall Japanese theme, but the actual style to each of them was different. As you can see, the building in the back there, all of these kind of fit the same theme. You had that massive ride in the back. I couldn't really get over how insane this park actually was. As you can see right here, the super unique right here, this statue thing, I still don't even know what it is, just like Japanese themed. My mind was actually blown when I showed this park off. So much good detail. You can see the curved paths right here. You can just see that it was just a really good park that a lot of time was spent on it. And again, it didn't get tons of views, but it was still something that I felt like should have made the list and should have been top 5 on the list just because of how detailed and how cool it actually was. So that's why it's our number 5 spot. Again, hopefully you guys really liked this one. It didn't really seem like a lot of you did, but I thought the theme was insane. So that's why it's number 5. All right, number 4. This is where things start to get really good. The number 4 park, as you can see, absolutely insane. Still blows my mind to this day. Is the epic dragon park that I showed off. It was actually winter themed at the time. This massive dragon is absolutely insane because not only that, which is really impressive, and honestly, like, that dragon still blows my mind. The ride is super cool. It's got wings, it's scaly, it's super detailed. So cool. So cool. One of the coolest, like, features or like standalone builds I've ever seen in Theme Park Tycoon 2. If this park had like 2 or 3 more of those things, I'd be like, all right, this one's probably like top best park ever, maybe second best park. But it still made the number 4, which is really impressive. I also really like this park because it had this awesome like Santa's workshop over there, which was really cool. I think that was Santa's workshop, or like the Grinch, or like something really cool about how like the ride intertwined and had a little bit of a story to it. In terms of the rest of the park, it was decent. You can tell a lot of time was actually spent on it. But for the most part, the dragon was abso-freaking-lutely insane. And that's why this park gets the number 4 spot, because honestly, that dragon is unreal. You guys definitely need to go check that out. This video was really cool to see the actual detail of that dragon, and how much time was actually spent on that, and just the park as a whole. So this one definitely in the top 10 list, definitely in the top 5 list, as it takes the number 4 spot. Okay, we have made it into the top 3. Who's gonna get the gold, the silver, and the bronze medals? I just want to say again, guys, before I give these top 3 that I chose, picking this entire top 10 list was one of the hardest things I think I've done on this channel, because I know how passionate all of you guys are, and if I've shown your park off and you didn't make this list, you're going to be bummed. I already know. I know how passionate you guys are about this, and when you spend a lot of time on a park, you really want to be recognized for it. So that's why I've always tried to show off as many parks as I can on this channel when I do have the time, and so I can get things scheduled with you. So before I get into this top 3 list, I just want to say every park in this video is absolutely insane. And every park that I've actually shown off on this channel in general has been absolutely insane. So if you've made it on this channel, I think you definitely deserve a pat on the back. I think everyone who spent a lot of time on Theme Park Tycoon 2 and have built something really cool deserves a pat on the back as well. But we're getting into the top 3 parks on this list, and I hope you dudes are excited. Number 3 goes to Raven Spire. Absolutely insane. This park blew my freaking mind when I saw it, and I thought it would be the best park I've ever shown off ever in Theme Park Tycoon 2, but it does take the number 3 spot. It's supposed to be a big kind of vampire-type castle. The detail was insane. The build itself was insane. The time it spent, or it took to build this thing was insane. And a lot of you guys really liked this video, and really liked this park. And it was so good. It was so good across the board. My mind was blown. The castle isn't just for looks on the outside. There's a bunch of stuff within the castle that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, I don't even know what to say about this park, because it blows my mind. I think it was built by 2 people, not just one. So definitely go check that one out, because, dudes, oh, this one is so cool. Just reminiscing and remembering this park, blew my mind. I was like, man, that one's probably number 1. And then I kept looking at some of the other parks, and I was like, oh, it's so hard, because this one is super cool. But that's only the number 3 park. Let's work into the number 2. Now, the number 2 park that I actually have titled the best park ever in Theme Park Tycoon 2. It's not necessarily the best park ever, but it is this insane build, guys. If you remember when I actually posted this video, I said in the video that this might be one of the best parks I've ever shown off ever in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And a lot of people got kind of mad because it's not necessarily a park. It's a build, because again, there's not guests in there, there's not rides in there, it's just a build, and I get that, and whatever, but it is still in Theme Park Tycoon 2. This had to make my list, and not only just the list, but it had to make my top 3, because I honestly thought this was the best park ever, and it could have been the best park ever on this list, but again, there's no guess, so I decided maybe we shouldn't make it number 1, but some of the most insane detail I've ever seen. The soundtrack that's actually in it is really cool. I'm pretty sure I have it muted in the video just because of copyright reasons, but these angel, swordsman, guardian dudes are insane. Just the actual build of this entire Roman castle thing, whatever it's supposed to be, is unreal. Absolutely unreal. And the creativity in it, the time in it, just building these things on the side was really cool. So yeah, this one, it takes the number 2 spot on my list, and is arguably one of my favorite things just to look at in Theme Park Tycoon 2, because of how unique and how cool everything is, and as you can see, how much time was actually spent on this entire park. So absolutely cool. I loved walking through this thing. Definitely got to check this one out. This is the number 2, though. There is still one better that takes the cake of Theme Park Tycoon 2 champion of all time for this video. So let's dive into it. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. The number 1 park in Theme Park Tycoon 2, the best, the coolest, the most amazingness, awesome sauciness park in Theme Park Tycoon 2 that I have ever shown off in the past 3 years now. 3 or 4 years of Theme Park Tycoon 2 goes to the Space Invaders Park. I had to give the Space Invaders Park the number 1 spot, because it is one of the most insane parks anyone will ever see if they join in on a Theme Park Tycoon 2 server. Not only that, but it's an actual park that has customers in it constantly. And it's so big, you can get lost, there's so many different things, it fits the theme perfectly. Not only that, this is one of my most viewed videos on my entire channel when it comes to Theme Park Tycoon 2. You guys love this. This is just, I mean, every little feature, not only is it like awesome, cool, and it got tons of views and all that stuff, but so much time was spent on this park because not only did I make this video, which is a really long time ago that a lot of people really liked, a lot of people really watched and thought it was absolutely insane, not only did I do that, but the creator of this park then updated this park. So most people build an awesome park. Once they're done with it, they're like, well, I'm done. I spent the time. It's awesome. It's epic. Midget showed it off. On to the next park. No, this one got a revamp. And that's this video right here. So, can you tell the difference? That older video, it still had the same kind of entrance, obviously the same theme, but so many epic things are built in. As new things are added in Theme Park Tycoon 2, you can build so many other cooler things. And that's what the creator of this park, Ursus Minor, he's right there. He's the GOAT, man. He takes the spot for the #1 park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Hopefully you guys agree with me. I mean, this is insane. I'll leave both these videos linked down below if you guys to check out. This park blows my mind, and that's why it takes the #1 spot. But hopefully you guys agree with me. It was incredibly challenging and difficult to pick the top 10 list, considering all of the parks I have shown off. So hopefully you guys kind of agree with me. Let me know if you think I got the order right down below, or let me know down below in the comments if you think I left a park out that should have made this list. It'd be really cool to do another top 10 maybe at the end of 2020 to see, you know, maybe some new parks are being made. Maybe some parks got updated. It blows my mind. It blows my mind how epic and how awesome and how much time was spent on this park. So, oh my gosh, just it's got it all. It's got it all. It brings back so many memories. Gets me so hyped up, dudes. Gets me so freaking hyped up. But that's the top 10 list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Smash a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And, yeah, dudes, that is what I'm going to call the video for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. I'm also going to leave a link actually down below to the top 5 parks in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Some of the parks that were actually in that video didn't make this list, which is pretty crazy to even think about. So if you want to see some more epic parks, you can check that video out down below. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Cut it, midget. We're done. We're outie. Peace. Wait, but don't forget to be fly and subscribe.
Okay, yeah, I'm a flyer. Bitch, if you hit it, spit it, kill him with the brothers, filling up the building, chilling, about to make a killing, feeling always building, better stack it to the ceiling. Haters over there, we're not aware of ya. Rockin' with my boy Shawnee, a character. Rep the red, white, and blue of America.